Fusion Radio. Top 40s, dance, Latin, country, pop, rock and roll. All in one station. Mixing genres and generations. You're listening to KNLY, New Waverly, Texas. 91.1 FM, The Boss.
The program presented are submitted by members of our community and are a proud sponsor of KNLY 91.1 FM. The views expressed do not necessarily reflect those of KNLY 91.1 FM and its affiliates.
Show, DailyBuzzRadioShow.com. I'm Mr. Penn. Join us today, 91.1 FM, The Boss, RadioTheBoss.com. Tune in. All you Facebookers, guess what, man? Send us a message. We'd like to hear from you today. We have some special guests in the studio, along with special co-host, Taylor, producer,
hello.
Taylor. How you doing?
That's my finger guns for anyone that can't see.
And we have Darla in the house, too.
3D, I think it's going to be.
I do believe so. So guess what?
Welcome, guys.
You guys informed me today is International Women's Day.
Yes, it is.
And we are international as Americans, so we are international women.
Okay, so tell me, International Women's Day represents what?
Women.
Women.
All things
internationally known, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or otherwise. Strong, independent.
Strong, and
women.
y'all are strong, independent, correct?
Empowering
I hope
women.
so. That's the plan, man.
That's
we
the plan.
We gotta get it done.
International
We're capable
Women's
of many
Day.
things as women.
It took a woman to make International Women's Day, right?
It probably did.
It could have took a man. You never know.
It could have been a man. So I've had enough. Tomorrow's your day.
Save it for tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow it's all you. Okay. Somehow. Never mind. We're on there. It's a nice day today. Weather's nice here in Woodlands, Texas. Hey, guess what?
Yes.
You actually have been over there. Darla, did you go with her?
Ooh.
Black House Cigars?
Not. Do you like cigars?
I'm going to check it out, but I have
Do you smoke cigars?
Recreationally, for fun.
No, not those. Not hand-rolled at home.
They could be hand-rolled at home, but I'm not talking about that.
A socializable.
Well, Black House Cigars, Old Town Spring, 318 Ginger Street. Go see Bradley Morrow,
Yes.
Old Town Spring,
He has
and Black
really
House Cigars. Now, you
Creme
went
brulee
over there,
cigar.
didn't you?
Yes, it was delicious.
Describe the place.
It was just the atmosphere itself. It's not anything that you can expect walking into the door.
Right.
And you feel instantly at home. You feel comfortable. It's a really good environment. Like he says, he sells experiences. I had a great experience being there.
I like that. They hand-roll their own cigars. You know
Yes.
that. Have you
I
ever
got
seen
to
my
see his own little
hand-rolled cigar?
station.
Yeah.
You have?
Sometimes.
Well, back to regular cigar.
I used to go to
Don't give out your home address. ATF kick your door in.
Florida, so I'm a huge fan.
Oh, really?
I haven't
You seen
done
the
it in
Cuban
quite a
ones
long
doing it.
time. You know, technically that comes from Cuba, and you won't get to see that process, but yes, maybe once or twice.
I love her legal answers to every question. I'm going to check my legal department, then I'll get back to you. Okay. Hey, you know what? When you're having a cigar, you should be reading a nice book, such as It is National Women's Day. So what's a better book to go with National Women's Day?
Summon to Soar by Angela Aja.
The Five Steps of the Rise of a Woman on International Women's Day.
Why not?
I actually saw her last night.
Nice.
Oh, sorry. I thought you pointed to see I was at an event, leukemia.
I'm just rocking out for her in her book. That's
like,
all.
yeah.
Yes.
I was at an event last night here in the Woodlands, Leukemia Society, at the White House here in the Woodlands. It's a home that duplicates the White House here in the Woodlands. It's huge. They have an auditorium inside the home, and they have an actual life-size F-15 plane in there because the owner of the home apparently, I think the story was when Vietnam flew that plane, and ended up buying that plane from the Navy, and they hung it there in this auditorium.
That's awesome.
When you have several $1 million, you can do that, I guess.
Yeah.
You know? And but it was such a nice event. It's to benefit leukemia. Angela Aja was there last night, the author of Summon to Soar, and she's doing very, very well.
Nice.
Cool.
Glad to hear that.
Yes.
Tell me something, though.
What?
Do you like playing poker?
No, I don't.
Oh, yes, you do. Don't tell me that.
No, actually, I do. I don't mind playing poker. I suck at gambling. I do. I've been to the thing where you put the coins in, do like this, and about 10 minutes later, I'm done.
Well, then you need to go on to River Poker Club. So
What would I do that for, Taylor?
You can learn how to play poker.
You know, River Poker Club, Cypress Wood in 45. It's a great location. They have a very, very comfortable poker room out there. It's extremely professional. You girls could walk in there. You'd feel right at home.
You make so much money, you could buy a house.
You could, which leads to the next guest. But let's talk about the poker. You could walk in there. You sit down. They have everything you need, and you know it's just professional and it's relaxing. And you can put the world on hold and walk in there and have you a decent game of poker. If you don't play poker, guess what? They'll teach you how to play poker.
So perfect place for you to go.
So take your $1,000, go in there and do. Yeah, you may lose a few
Double it,
rounds.
triple it.
That's okay. You know.
Just keep on trying. They'll
Yeah.
gladly
Oh,
take
you
the
were
money.
almost going to win. Wow. One more round. I swear this
You're
makes
about
me
to win. Just
you're
keep
about-
going at it.
River Poker Club. Go there by Cypress Wood and 45. Glad to see them. Now, we'll talk about Mario and Patty here in a little bit. These guys here are realtors. We're going to talk more about them in the second half. I want to talk about something else, girls. Guess what?
What?
What's going
What
on?
happens when you, especially producer, you deal with people all week long who would like to highlight their business on the radio, don't you?
Yes, I do.
What are some of the questions you pre-qualify your clients with?
Basically, to see what it is that they're wanting to do with their business in the future tense, how they want to advertise, how they want to grow their business, which is perfect for coming on to radio station. So you can advertise for your business because we have multiple options, multiple routes that you can go with it to help keep increasing.
Ah, multiple routes. I like that.
Budget.
Budget. That's
Work
another
with it.
important thing. Another thing too is repetition. You can't come on the radio once and expect. You know,
Yeah.
some people get lucky. You know, but you have to repeat it over and over
You
and
have to
over.
embed it in the
repetition.
head.
Embed in
Just
the
like
head.
whenever you're in trouble and your mom keeps telling you no, and then you eventually start to learn because she kept beating it in your head repetitively.
Your mom told you no a lot, didn't she? Yeah. This one, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Her.
I don't
Yeah,
learn
they're
the
like-
easiest way. This is a true story. but,
No,
know,
you.
It's okay. Because even though it might take a couple times, I get it.
I understand. I understand. Okay, you know what? We're going to take a short commercial break. We come back. Guess what time it is?
Time for our special
Tax
guest.
time, baby.
Ooh.
We're going to talk taxes. We're going to talk all types of financial stuff. Do
A
not go
Financial
away.
Friday.
Don't change that dial. We'll be right back with the Daily Buzz Radio Show. Hey, have you heard? First Street Tattoo and Art Studio is now open at their new business location at 19333 Highway 59 North, Suite 105 in Humble, Texas. This 8,346 square foot building is one of the largest of its kind with 3 floors full of tattoo artists, an art studio with classes for people with creative talent who are wanting to express themselves by changing perspectives in the art tattoo industry. This location is family oriented and caters to all ages from adults to children. If you need some new ink or new perspective on art, stop by at First Street Tattoo and Art Studio Monday through Thursday from 12 to close. On the weekend from 12 to 1 a.m.
This was a proud sponsor of KNLY 91.1 FM.
Looking to buy or sell a home in the Spring or Woodlands area? Well, look no further. The Patty and Mario Torres Team Realtors is the way to go. This great couple is the best team in town. If you need someone who knows the housing market and can get you the best deal, they have a unique sales system that can get you in a home today.
They can be contacted by phone at 832-969-8254 or 832-401-2959. Visit them online at www.pattyandmario.com. Remember, ask for Patio.
This message was from a proud sponsor to KNY 91.1 FM.
Hi friends, my name is Angela Aja and I'm a life coach and the author of a best-selling book, Summoned to Soar, The 5 Stages of the Rise of a Woman. I coach women out of their cocoon and into their wings. If you're ready to be the best version of you, so head on over to Amazon.com and type in the search bar, Summoned to Soar, and order your book today.
This message was from a proud sponsor to KNY 91.1 FM.
Searching for a comfortable lounge environment where you can bring your own scotch, whiskey, bourbon, and enjoy a relaxing environment with leather recliners, couches, TVs, sports, movies, and a poker table, and all the other fine amenities of life? Come to Black House Cigars and ask us how you can become a member and get 24-hour access. We are veteran-owned and operated and open 7 days a week. Black House Cigars has fresh, hand-rolled, premium, aged organic cigars that are the best money can buy and come with a satisfaction guarantee. Come to Old Town Spring at 318 Gentry Street or visit us online at blackhousecigars.com.
This message was from a proud sponsor to KNY 91.1 FM.
We're back with the Daily Buzz Radio Show.
Hey, welcome back, Daily Buzz Radio Show. DailyBuzzRadioShow.com.
Daily Buzz Radio Show.
I like that. Hey, check it out. I want to talk about somebody, Mario and Patty Torres. They're part of the Torres team, very unique realtors. And they're unique in that they take the extra step that it takes to get the deal done. They've gone out and staged homes before. Y'all know, put furniture in there. They've gone out and painted houses. They've gone out and bought things and put in the house to make deals work. They take the extra step to do when you need to buy a home. Mario and Patty Torres, the Torres team. Look them up on Facebook or Google them. Mario and Patty Torres. Now, guess what happens when you buy a home?
You have to pay taxes.
Woo, girl, you got to pay taxes, axes, and baxes. Woo! Which brings up Rachael Knapp.
Hi.
Rachel,
Welcome.
taxes. Pronounce the name of your company.
Ramdas Accounting.
Ramdas Accounting. You guys, where are you located at?
Right in Hughes Landing.
Wow. Oh, Hughes Landing.
It's a good place to have.
Oh, my God. We're doing
So
some
you're doing
amazing-
something right if
Woo!
you're on Hughes Landing.
That's right. We ain't doing $200 taxes. We ain't doing the 1040 easy form.
No. It is a
Do you deal with
postcard
lot
now.
of businesses? Do you do taxes for a lot of
We
businesses?
do. We have C corporations, S corporations, single member LLCs, the partnerships. We have some tax exempt organizations. We kind of do everything.
Nice.
Wow.
So you're Jill of all trades.
So
Yes.
you guys, obviously, you do corporate tax.
Yes.
And if you're in Hughes Landing, it tells me you're dealing with a very high dollar corporations who basically you handle their bookkeeping for them, so to speak, right?
We do some bookkeeping. We do have a qualified QuickBooks specialist on staff. And so we do some of the day-to-day operations for them. We also have some that are just entrepreneurs that, they may have a day job still, but they're trying to get their business up and running. And they may not want the day-to-day operations, but we're there to guide them like, hey, this is how you record this kind of transaction. And
Let's talk about some of the new stuff that's come around since last tax season.
Oh, so much new stuff.
Is it really? Oh, my God.
Yes. Under tax reform, there was a bunch of big
Good or
changes.
bad?
Depends on where you stand.
I'm standing here.
But I think one of the biggest one that has benefited a lot of entrepreneurs is called the Section 199 deduction, the qualified business. And that is like about 20% of your profit becomes a deduction now.
Oh,
20% of your profit?
Yes.
20%?
Wow.
But
oh my God.
there are some, there are some rules to it, and
Can we
some
inflate that?
income, and some
Can I get a
income.
car?
So what are the rules for
Are
it?
these going to be comped?
Are these going to be gone?
Is that how that works? I'm asking. I don't
Well,
know.
it depends if you're like a flow through, which is the S corporations, the partnerships, or even like the sole proprietorships.
Does it work the same with the nonprofit organizations and the things like the HOAs?
No, the nonprofits, they don't typically pay tax because they're just collecting money to disperse it within the organization.
Oh, okay.
And so they don't really count. So,
Now,
that was a joke.
But
Yes.
these new rules that come about, they affect in a good way and a bad way. Depends, I guess, how much money you make, how much you don't make, and your employees, what you spend on, everything. Well, there's so much factors to make up what's good and bad, correct?
there is.
Well, how do you determine that? I mean, when they show up, they bring a box, say, have at it and call me in 2 weeks. How does it work?
We take that box and we analyze it. What is the contents? What's going on? We look at maybe opportunities of maybe next year, hey, let's maybe move you from a partnership into an S corporation. That way you're not taxed with self-employment income tax. So these are the types of things that we look at every time.
So you mean like from a DBA to an LLC, or?
Yeah, that too.
And you can change this title year to year.
Not
You really don't
necessarily
want
year
to.
to year.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Once you form an LLC, you're pretty much going to stick in LLC unless you change the LLC to a different one or for various
And
reasons.
LLCs in Texas are amazing.
Yeah, yeah.
We're
You know, and speaking of LLCs, what are some of the tax advantages? Explain the tax advantage for an LLC.
Well, the biggest one may not be a tax advantage, but more just a liability advantage,
Yeah,
because
right.
it is just the company. So even
Protection.
if it's just one person in there,
Yeah.
you're protected. What it's in that bank account is separate from what is in
Right.
their personal bank account.
Right.
And so that's the biggest advantage. If you form it in Texas, there's no state income
Mm-hmm.
tax for that. There's a franchise tax that's a marginal tax, but it's only if you're like over $1 million or
Versus a sole proprietor or DBA, everything's open to you. You can get sued and they can take everything.
Exactly.
Yeah. And then let's talk about the S corp, and let's talk about the INC. Why would somebody go straight to an INC?
An INC?
Yeah, incorporated.
Oh, A lot of people do the C corporations if they're looking for outside investors, because you can have that. You can also have like foreign investors or so. Under S corporations, you can't have a foreign investor. You can only have under 100 investors on top of that, versus the C corporation, you can have as many as possible. And so I see, like, we're seeing a lot of startup tech companies that are moving into the C corporations, the INCs. That way, as their product forms along, they can bring in outside.
Now, do they have to do that to go public, so to speak?
Yes, they do need
That's
to be.
what I thought, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. But you go in public, you're doing pretty good.
Yes,
Yeah.
you're doing really good.
You know, so you deal with the guys in the Fortune 5000 realm, and you also deal with the mom and pops, correct?
Right.
And what's the difference as far as in cost dealing with those guys versus dealing with these guys?
A lot of it's just the complexity of what goes into it. Like the really big guys are going to have to file in multiple states, and they're going to have different renditions and things like that. Versus the mom and pop, it's like, okay, we're going to take this, but we can do a little bit. I feel like we can do a really good job at analyzing them personally, of helping them, like, okay, here's a retirement opportunity because you are small, versus if you were a larger one, you're kind of limited on what's available.
Okay.
Cool. And you know, here's another thing. Are you guys nationwide, local? Where do you take your business?
We're local. Right now we're mainly based in the Hughes Landing, but we do have offices in Sugar Land, Town and Country, and I'm losing track on the other one. I think Town and Country is now City Center. So
Okay, so you're a little bit everywhere.
we're a little bit everywhere, and we work hard, and we want our clients to succeed.
How long have you been in business?
Our founder has been around for about 10 years now.
Wow, okay.
Okay.
So
And you personally been in this finance field for quite a long time now, haven't you?
it's 6 years now.
6 years, yeah. And you know, you were talking a little bit about your background. Of course, your husband's an engineer, so she's married to a smart family. How about that? Yeah.
We have smart children.
Yeah, smart kids. Huh? It's all straight A's. and speaking of children, let's talk about deductions.
Okay.
You know, if you're a mom and pop, what can you deduct? If you're a LLC, what should you be deducting? What are different realms of that?
Okay, so mom and pop, you're thinking just like a married couple. You're looking at the individual return. Child care costs are something that you can now get a credit for. They expanded that under tax reform, so you can get a bigger credit. The child tax credit, they expanded the income limitation and expanded the credit itself. So now that's a bigger credit. They did take away exemptions. So the more children you have is not going to increase your reduction in taxable income.
I got you. Okay.
So they did, they increased the standard deduction. They doubled that pretty much.
Okay.
But with that, you see a lot of people losing the itemized deductions of like real estate taxes and mortgage interest. And so you see people are getting a little mad about that because now they don't, some of them don't have a benefit for that.
Oh, I see. Okay. You know, deductions are one of these things. Okay, example. People take their staff out to go eat, and they think, oh, you know, I did that, so obviously I can deduct all the costs. Mileage deductions, gas deductions, and by the time you're done with your TurboTax, you got like 50,000 deductions, and you just keep putting deductions till the number changes. Okay, now, but that's not how it works in the real world.
No, it doesn't.
Because if you ever audited, you got serious problems.
Exactly, and if it's like your business, you have to prove that what your meal was for a business purpose. And your meal is your
You just write down the receipt or what?
You should keep a copy of your receipt. You should document it.
Really?
So, like, you know, your credit card statements can sometimes fly.
Yeah.
So, you know, in your QuickBooks, you're going to record a credit card statement transaction. You're going to list, like, a meal.
Shouldn't you have a credit card specifically for business?
Yes.
Like costs?
You
so
should
you
keep
can track that constantly.
You should keep everything separate from business and your individual.
Because receipts are a little archaic at this point, right?
Yes. I mean, a lot of people do the scanning where they just go ahead and they shoot the receipt through the scanner and then they save it digitally and shred the paper copy.
You can even do that on your cell phone these days.
There's lots of apps for that.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, you know, we're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, guess what we're going to talk about? What should I be doing now to plan for next year at this time? So next year at this time, I'm not as confused and scrambling as I am now. On International Women's Day. We'll be right back. Do not go away.
Don't change that dial. We'll be right back with the Daily Buzz Radio Show. Hey, Hey, have you heard? First Street Tattoo and Art Studio is now open at their new business location at 19333 Highway 59 North, Suite 105 in Humble, Texas. This 8,346 square foot building is one of the largest of its kind, with 3 floors full of tattoo artists, an art studio with classes for people with creative talent who are wanting to express themselves by changing perspectives in the art tattoo industry. This location is family oriented and caters to all ages from adults to children. If you need some new ink or a new perspective on art, stop by at First Street Tattoo and Art Studio Monday through Thursday from 12 to close. On the weekend from 12 to 1 a.m.
This was a proud sponsor of KNLY 91.1 FM.
Looking to buy or sell a home in the Springer Woodlands area? Well, look no further. The Patty and Mario Torres Team Realtors is the way to go. This great couple is the best team in town. If you need someone who knows the housing market and can get you the best deal, they have a unique sales system that can get you in a home today.
They can be contacted by phone at 832-969-8254 or 832-401-2959. Visit them online at www.pattyandmario.com. Remember, ask for patio.
This message was from a proud sponsor to KNY 91.1 FM.
Hi friends, my name is Angela Aja, and I'm a life coach and the author of a best-selling book, Summoned to Soar, The 5 Stages of the Rise of a Woman. I coach women out of their cocoon and into their wings. If you're ready to be the best version of you, so head on over to Amazon.com and type in the search bar, Summoned to Soar, and order your book today.
This message was from a proud sponsor to KNY 91.1 FM.
Searching for a comfortable lounge environment where you can bring your own scotch, whiskey, bourbon, and enjoy a relaxing environment with leather recliners, couches, TVs, sports, movies, and a poker table, and all the other fine amenities of life? Come to Black House Cigars and ask us how you can become a member and get 24-hour access. We are veteran-owned and operated and open 7 days a week. Black House Cigars has fresh, hand-rolled, premium, aged organic cigars that are the best money can buy and come with a satisfaction guarantee. Come to Old Town Spring at 318 Gentry Street or visit us online at blackhousecigars.com.
This message was from a proud sponsor to KNY 91.1 FM.
We're back with the Daily Buzz Radio Show.
Welcome back, Daily Buzz Radio Show, DailyBuzzRadioShow.com. We're back talking with taxes with Rachael Knapp. And Darla, check this out. Next year, when you submit your income tax return for all those millions you're going to make this year.
Oh, thank you, Lord. I'm listening.
You just aren't going to know what to do because all you did was spend. You didn't plan. How come?
Oh, no, that is not
How
me.
come, girl?
What would we do, Rachel, if there was somebody so arrogant that would happen?
So you're thinking about
How do you
won
plan
the
for
lottery.
next year?
Yeah.
I'm
So
sorry.
next year, you kind of want to sit down. You want to look at what happened in 2018.
Uh-huh.
And sometimes you're like, wait, I made a profit? Like, why? How did that happen? It could be because you spent,
Yeah.
10 grand on meals, but
Uh-huh.
only 50% of those were allowed deductions. So
You ever look at your business account and you go, man, where did it go? And you look, restaurant, oh, man. You know?
yeah.
And sign in your cut.
And I already got to
That's
cut out on
right.
the food and just start cooking at home.
And so something like under the tax reform, entertainment expenses are now fully non-deductible. So, you used to take a client out to like a concert. You can't do that anymore. That's
You can't?
not they
Wow.
They nixed that.
What
one.
We've
is-
been doing it all
What,
month.
what can you put on as far as entertainment?
Nothing.
Zero.
Nothing. So they even went as far with college football games. That used to be a charitable deduction.
Yeah.
That is no longer a charitable deduction. That is strictly your own.
Now, this hurts my
money.
feelings. Really?
Food,
This hurts
nothing.
a lot of people.
Food, you can still do food.
Okay, what about the guy that takes off to Florida and while he's there, he does some business?
Well, there's some
deductible.
travel expenses.
Yeah.
But if he's going to take a client out to a club of some sort, then
Where they have a pole, I don't know.
they might. There might be some dollar
Okay.
bills. I don't know.
Perfect for International Women's Day.
No longer deductible there, buddy. Good luck on that one. Fired.
I mean, if they had a buffet, you might be able to say a meal, but
Hey, some people it could be a meal.
You
They
know,
do have eggs and lakes at a lot of these places, so you
Eggs.
can definitely get very
eggs.
eggs and lakes, gentlemen. You
Oh
all know what
my
I'm
God,
talking
boy,
about.
we went from taxes to
Yes.
axes. Okay, back to taxes. Throw out the axes. Now let's talk about Ramdas Accounting.
Ramdas Accounting.
Did I say Ramdas?
You did.
Oh my God. Okay. Ramdas Accounting.
Ramdas Accounting.
How do people contact you?
Because it's a ram.
I'm sorry?
How do they get a hold of you guys?
You can get on our website at ramdasaccounting.com. We have an email of info@ramdasaccounting if you want to get in contact with us and start, the professional relationship with us. Right now, we are not taking new clients that need to file by the
it's
deadline.
prime time right now.
Right, because we want to allocate all of our resources to our current clients that we have. Now, if you want to extend and come talk to us, we can help you after the deadline. But right now, we're...
So what do the clients just say, hey, here's the bank, my account's in, here's the passwords, do what you need to do, or bring over to X, or how do they do this?
Some of them do that. Some of them give us access to like their QuickBooks files, and that way their bank accounts are already linked. And sometimes we just go in and do a check, make sure that it linked properly, make sure that it coded the expenses correctly.
Okay.
So for those of us, and I say us because I got 2 businesses, I don't have QuickBooks.
Okay.
I have a bank account thing that like records it. What should I be doing?
I would just make sure you have substantiated evidence for all your transactions. So
Other than a bank transaction.
other than a bank transaction, because you need to be able to prove that it was for a
I
business.
could have problems right now. But no, it's good. It's only March.
But you can
Yeah.
exempt certain things, though.
The eggs and legs, yeah.
Excellent.
Okay. Well,
So it might make you think later, like, oh, when I go see this client in Florida, I'm not going to eggs and legs.
but you can still take your staff out to eat
But you can
and,
go to
and
a
expense that, can't you?
steakhouse.
Yes.
Okay, that's what I said. Okay, as long as you document it on the receipt,
Right.
things of that nature.
You just need to be able to say this is what we did it for, and that way you can show the IRS it was actually a business expense.
Now, you can't deduct driving to work, right?
No, not from your house to like your office.
But you can deduct if I have to go see a client somewhere, right?
Yes.
And will you do mileage? How do you do that?
It depends on how it flows. I mean, there's the actual rate, which is like based on how much you spent like in gas, repairs, leases, and it's based on like an allocation of your percentage used for business versus personal. A lot of people find the standard mileage rate is more beneficial, which is about 54.5 cents a mile.
But you got to keep a mileage
You
log.
need to keep a mileage log. There's apps. There's lots of apps out that you
Is it
just,
really?
Mhm.
Oh,
there
there's
any that
receipt
you
apps too.
recommend?
There are. I'm sorry.
Are there any apps that you recommend?
I haven't used any personally, so I can't say off the top of my head, but I know they're out there.
I bet you're very organized. You don't need an app. You know, but I just thought about that. There's a receipt apps. You take a picture of the receipt and it stores it somewhere, right?
Yes.
I need to get one of those because I don't. I have been saving receipts. I just choose not to disclose them at this point. Okay, maybe I haven't. Let's do this. How to get a hold of you one more time?
You can do ramdasaccounting.com or email is info@ramdasaccounting.com.
Rachael Knapp, she's your tax lady. Come see her here in the Woodlands. Obviously, she knows what she's doing. She can save you a lot of grief, a lot of heartache in the future. It's the time. They're not taking. When do you start taking on clients again?
After the deadline, so after April 15th.
Okay. Wow, that says a lot. Wow.
We're good at
That
what we
means they
do,
are
and our
busy.
clients want to keep coming back.
Especially being at Hughes Landing.
Do you screen your clients?
Do we
You
screen
pick and
them?
choose. I think this guy's tax, not this one.
You know, we do meet with them, and we kind of talk to them, and sometimes there are some that we don't feel, maybe personality-wise, that we just wouldn't work well together, and we can maybe, we have other people that we refer to that
Right.
we say, okay, you might be a better fit for this one, or if they're looking for investment management, we don't do that. I mean, it depends on what they're looking
What
for.
they are.
Okay.
That makes sense. Rachael Knapp, contact her, get your taxes done starting next year after
Ramdas
April 15th.
Accounting.
That's right.
Ramdas.
Now, let's talk about mañana, Monday. Monday, we have Jared Parrish of Parrish Insurance Group. He'll be on here.
Bolero.
Bolero, oh my God. Let's talk about Bolero real quick. Mark over there at Bolero, the manager, really great guy. He had an event 2 months ago out there. We went. Chris Paul was out there, the basketball from the Houston Rockets. PJ Tucker, Terrell Owens, Bun B, my new buddy there in the rap world. We had a great time. And then, of course, when we left to go to a separate event, J.J. Watt shows up, so I missed him like 20 minutes. That's the way it goes sometimes.
By 20 minutes, just like that.
Yeah,
Fate walked
just
out
never
the
know.
door.
See? That's right, JJ. I know you out there, buddy. Okay, Daily Buzz Radio Show.
We'll meet
don't,
again.
Don't hit me. Daily Buzz Radio Show,
Sooner
Monday,
than
12
later.
noon. We shall see you then. Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Woo!
We are broadcasting live from the Woodlands, Texas to the world. You're listening to the only multimedia FM station in Houston, Texas. Your Fusion Radio, Top 40s, dance, Latin, country, pop, rock and roll, all in one station. Mixing genres and generations. You're listening to KNLY, New Waverly, Texas, 91.1 FM, The Boss.